Hey, what's up, everybody? This is DJ Keo, and today we're going to talk about Denon's new leaked controller thingamajig. Before we get into that, please like and subscribe. Hit the comment section down below. Help out with the algorithm. And if you would like to support the channel, you can buy something from my t-shirt shop at teespring.com, DJ Keo store. And if you're absolutely dead broke and you have no money, you have no dough, you can support the channel by letting the ads play. All right, let's get into this thing. Okay, first things first, this is not a review. This is not a review. This is not a preview. This is just me speculating about what this thing is and what Denon is doing. Okay. And now that I got that out of the way, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, this isn't a review. Like, this is not a review, all right? This is me talking about something that was leaked that's clearly not ready for prime time yet. I don't know when it's coming. Maybe in a couple of months, maybe next month. Who knows? Denon usually releases stuff like this around this time frame. So the odds are high that this is the next thing to come out, probably in the next couple weeks. I think because of the leaks, the odds are a lot higher that it's coming really soon. And so we're going to leave that to there. What is this thing, first of all? What it looks to be is an SC 6000 with the same size, the dimensions, and for the most part, the same buttons with the top chopped off. And by top, I mean the screen. So the odds are high that it's going to have a lot of the same connections in the ports. So the USB hub in the back, the SD card in the front, the USB ports, whatever, minus a couple. I don't think it's going to have the reader the same way. And I think that this is more likely to be a slave type controller that that is connected to a laptop or another uh, controller, a larger controller. I think that they're still trying to do the all-in-one type stuff, but this adds a wrinkle because it doesn't have a screen. It needs other things to be functional. Before, you could just take any mixer that you wanted, take the two controllers, slap them on the side of your mixer, any mixer you wanted, and because the two controllers had computers in there and they were independently controlled, they could do everything on their own. It made it a lot easier. But this thing doesn't have a screen. Well, it doesn't have a full 10-inch touchscreen like the other ones have. This one has a tiny screen. It looks pretty thin. It remains to be seen whether it is color. I don't think it's touchscreen. It's not large enough to be touchscreen. So I think a lot of the functionality is going to be off of the knobs and stuff like that. So we've had controllers like this before. The Pioneer 850s, the Mark IIs. I had those. Those are great controllers. I love them. They basically had a thin screen across the top, and it functionality was basic at best. uh, but now, if you were to take something like that and connect it to a laptop, you will be cooking with grease here. And so this is where I think Denon is going. I talked about this in my Denon State of the Union. I made the point of that if Pioneer wants to go and expand their market base, they need cheaper gear. Cheaper for the most part. The bells and whistles, where a lot of it was the screen and the hard drive and that kind of stuff. A controller like this, you don't necessarily need the hard drive and you don't necessarily need the screen, but you can pretty much do all the other functionality because it's basic stuff in place. So if it's hardware based, you need a controller and a computer, you can do all the heavy lifting from that alone. And I think, and again, this could all blow up in my face and I could be 100% wrong, but I think to expand Denon Prime, they need to introduce the Denon Prime plus a computer model, business model. And I think these will probably work with Serato because it's all in music. So I definitely think this will probably work like that. But to get the full engine prime aspect of it, because you took away the screens, you need a computer or another larger controller. And so having these things next to a Prime 4, while it makes sense, I think it kind of takes away from the genius of the Prime 4 with the different layers. And same thing with the SC 6000. This kind of takes away from the genius of these things with the layers. If it didn't have the layer, it would be, this could do that. This could take up the slack. But because of the layers, it is kind of a it's not necessary. It's cool to have 4 decks, but it's not necessary. And so I think, and again, I'm putting this out there. I think this is the dumbed down SC6000. I don't have a name for it. Maybe a 4000 or a 3. I don't know if there's a controller of 4000. I'm doing this off the fly. Look, I stopped watching Avengers Endgame. I've seen it already, but I was just rewatching it. And I'm my podcast, which I'm talking about this stuff, is gonna come out maybe Sunday or Monday when I finish the infrastructure and all that crap. Uh, and I digress. But I got off of that to go make this video because I was like, oh man, I gotta talk about this. So a lot of information is not there yet. And I saw this thing before, and another DJ was talking about it. Shout to him. I'm gonna put his social media and stuff on the screen. But I saw this before, and I'm gonna go on a limb here. I'm gonna go on a limb and say what I think is happening here. I think the next Engine Prime is gonna be a DVS like software, bare bones, but still with a lot of the functionality that you would have done from your controllers. It's gonna do some of the heavy lifting from the laptop, and then that's gonna introduce new controllers and a new mini controller like this type thing with the jog wheels and stuff like that, with the head chopped off, and then the full size controller that's dumbed down and can have some of the functionality of all in one, but it works better with a laptop. And I think this is their way going forward, and it's going to be lower in price, and it's going to compete in the same area that Serato and Rekordbox competes in, but they have lower models that are still high end, but lower models for Denon. And this is where I think this is going. They're going to have controllers and whatever that supports Serato, but also supports Denon Engine Prime that are dumbed down and need a computer to function. And I think this makes a ton of sense. And we'll see. We'll see. This is my personal opinion about what happens. We'll wait a couple weeks until the actual thing comes out, and you can throw this video in my face, but I think I'm pretty much spot on in this. So we'll see. Anyways, short video. I don't really want to drag this on too long because I don't have enough information to actually do a full thoughts analysis on it. But so this is my rumor video, and you know what? You leave a comment below and let me know what you guys think about this. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and peace out, bitches.